Hellos and welcomes everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as our Sith sorcerer Veriia. Where we last left off, we had went to Korriban and picked up our newest apprentice, the Kaleesh warrior known as Zalek, and then we met with Moff Pyron and a couple of other Moffs within the Imperial military, and introduced them to the secret project, the Silencer, which was used to defeat one of Darth Thanaton's lesser Sith on board another Sith flagship and a Republic fleet. In retaliation, Darth Thanaton has issued an ancient Sith challenge. We're going to see who can spill the most bloodshed on Corellia, which is currently the... what's the term? Not scenario. It's basically the front line, or one of the front lines, between the Republic and the Imperial, or the Sith Empire's war. I believe that the Sith Empire has a large foothold on the planet, but they're under stiff opposition of both Resistance fighters, Jedi, and of course the Republic military are trying to drop reinforcements in. Let's look at our mission. Yeah, Darth Thanaton issued you an ancient Sith jewel known as the Kagath. He has set war-torn Corellia as the battleground. You must defeat his forces and humiliate him while defending your own power base and winning glory in the war. Sounds like fun. Okay, let's get to the Corwood worlds. And Corellia is here? Yes, it is. One of the founding worlds of the Galactic Republic, Corellia nonetheless prides itself on its independence. Some of the finest starships in the galaxy are made on Corellia, along with their daring pilots, men and women looking to explore the trade or just stay ahead of the law. The cities, like the people, are distinctly Corellian, incorporating the natural landscape into their design despite a heavy manufacturing base. The Corellian government recently agreed to turn over power to the Sith Empire. This has resulted in riots in the streets and open revolution despite Imperial claims of legitimacy, and the capital of Coronet City has become a battlefield. Yeah, we will be fighting directly in Coronet City. We do have control of the Corellian spaceport, but the Republic has their own landing zone, basically. And we're going to be fighting through the different city districts. So we'll leave the Doombringer behind. Let's get ourselves underway.
Thanaton has challenged me to an ancient duel called the Kagath on the surface of Corellia. I've accepted.
Warstwe godzai akran Pyrawandans ja wanjantans in ufkunpa. In pamalhap fralat forte fuima alizos kaskaf tais.
I need to know Thanaton's weaknesses to twist them to my advantage.
Daga ai wisandans ni namans for isis bi jandans amin.
Corellia's all out war right now. Imperial held, Republic challenged, and loads of resistance. Sounds to me like Thanaton's trying to beat you and the Republic at the same time.
I must find a way to turn the tide of battle against Thanaton.
Anabudano was ni parasibis jurawiskom ufranenim ja.
Moff Pyron said he'd be waiting surface side. Not my favorite guy, but you need all the allies you can get.
Okay. Let's get ourselves down to the planet's surface. Before we speak to Moff Pyron, we are going to want to speak to whoever is in charge of the Corellian story arc. I want to do one major thing in terms of the story arc here on the planet to help the Imperial forces, and then I'll probably go directly into the Inquisitor's main storyline. I do hope to finish the Corellian story arc as well, but depending on where the Inquisitor storyline goes, we may not manage it. Something to bear in mind. Like the Imperial Agent, things occurred there, if you haven't watched any of that series or you've never played as an Imperial Agent yourself, but things occurred when working and finishing off the resistance movement on Corellia wasn't in my agent's best interest at the time.
My lord, Thanaton has wasted no time. He's cut off transport from this sector and trapped you here.
I don't understand. What is Thanaton's plan?
I can only assume he intends to limit your resources and keep you contained. My fleet is on its way, but it's useless as long as we're trapped here. Darth Charnas can help you with the transport problem, but we need to understand what we're up against if we're going to counter it.
He can't expect me to stay trapped. He'll have a plan, and I want to be ready for it.
I have my best analysts working on getting you all the intelligence we can, my lord.
My lord Moff Pyron, Thanaton's removed the commander of the 115th at the island's outpost. He's sent Lord Skar to take over.
Skar is Thanaton's apprentice. Thanaton probably intends to secure a victory in the Kagath by winning the battle at the island's outpost. But I'd be wary.
Do you think it could be a trap?
I'd count on it. Still, Lord Skar will be aware of his master's long-term plans. That knowledge could be priceless.
Then I'll be sure to have a little chat with Skar before I kill him.
This may be our best chance at learning Thanaton's plan and confounding it. But I must ask that you not kill Skar until we can replace him. Without a commander, the outpost is sure to fall. Whatever you do, find out as much as you can about Thanaton's schemes. Good intel is key to victory.
Okay. So here we are on Coronet Spaceport. I think we are actually on an island, so is Skar taken over this area? Once we get out the spaceport, I'll open up the Corellia map so we can see what we're dealing with. Looks like Lord Ferris is the gentleman we need to speak to. In regards to speaking to Darth Charnas. Darth Charnas, of course, is one of the Sith involved in leading the war against the Resistance here on Corellia. We'll speak to you in a moment. Let's get outside. See what we can see. I need to remind myself of the layout of Corellia. It's been a little while.
I distrust cities. Too many tall buildings, snipers' nests, ambushes. If I must.
Yeah, we'll take Kelm with us. Kelm knows about this ancient tradition. He might be able to support us. So, yeah, we are on Incorporation Islands. And it looks like we can take a taxi probably over to here, where Lord Skar will be. Obviously, we have the Coronet Spaceport. The Republic land on the spaceport here in the Blastfield shipyards. And later, we'll be both moving into Labor Valley, Axial Park, and the Government District. The Sith Empire playable characters normally are moving around the south side of these different districts, and the Republic normally are on the north sector, doing whatever missions they have involved. But there's sometimes crossover. We may encounter some of the opposing faction. Before we... do we want to confront Lord Skar just yet? Yeah, why not? We'll do that first. Obviously, we can't leave Incorporation Island. There is an issue using the main transport method here on Corellia, which is why I need to speak to Darth Thanaton in the very near future. But it looks like we can confront Darth Thanaton's apprentice at least. So we'll go do that. And then we'll deal with the transportation hub. So how far south do we need to travel? Just to the next main road. So yeah, the Corellian government has surrendered to the Sith Empire. But a lot of the native Corellians, the people actually living here in the city, are not best pleased with that decision. Haven't really seen any aggressive people just yet out on the map, but they will be there. There's only 16 people on Corellia right now, or 16 people from the Sith Empire at least. So have a look at the scenery of Corellia. Very industrialized, almost like a second Coruscant.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
So we're going to the island's outpost.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
The one thing about Coruscant, of course, is it is much greatly built up. Obviously, you can't even see the lower levels of Coruscant from where you would normally land. There's so many levels and sub-levels. So we're actually going to have to break through the Republic's forces to get to our own army, basically. I wonder if the Imperials are going to be aggressive. They know of the challenge, so maybe the Imperials are going to try and stop us as well. Deal with all the Republic forces outside. We don't really need the bonus. There's no reason for me to do it, but it's not really going to take all that long. Just a little embarrassing, really. Go. Republic forces defeated. Looks like the Imperial forces, at least outside, aren't going to interfere.
Enough of this. To your posts. Are you Imperials or dogs? We will consume this galaxy in fire before this war is done. Fall behind and you will burn too.
You have a most interesting way of inspiring your men.
Save your clever quips. Imperials, attack this Sith. She is a traitor to the Empire.
Yes, my lord.
Fight me yourself, you coward.
Who said I wasn't going to?
Is this really the best Thanaton can do?
I relent. I relent. You can have your Kagath mark. Go on.
Tell me your master's next move.
Please, no more of that.
Are you begging?
Moff Pyron's fleet is your best asset. Thanaton plans to destroy the fuel refinery, so the fleet can't refuel. Without fuel, your fleet is useless.
Now you've got me interested.
The Solonian tunnels? He's using them to enter the refinery and plant the bombs to destroy it. Hurry. If you don't stop Thanaton, the fuel lines will be destroyed and your fleet will be stuck.
Interesting. The Solonian tunnels are in the Labor Valley.
Thanaton plans to enter the fuel refinery through the Solonian tunnels and destroy it.
I knew Thanaton was determined to stop you, but this... The fleet is scheduled to arrive at Corellia shortly, but we can't refuel without that refinery. If he is allowed to destroy the refinery, you might as well surrender the Kagath now.
I have no intention of letting Thanaton have the upper hand.
Get to the Solonian tunnels, quickly!
I would do that, but we have a little bit of difficulty. I can't get the Labor Valley right now. As I say, the main transport hub, or the main form of transportation here on Corellia, is out of use. Well, officially it's not. Roleplay-wise, it is. And so I'm going to end this video here, and when we come back we're going to be speaking to Darth Thanaton, and that will allow me to then move into Labor Valley. But of course we need to do a few things first. So hopefully Thanaton isn't rushing. So I'll end the video here. This of course has been AnthWolf playing Star Wars The Old Republic. I hope you've all enjoyed and I hope you all take care. And I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, bye bye now.